Okay, we are going to do some recall training. And we're going to start off real simple. With just chasing me back and forth across the room. And then we're going to add some distractions using that food bowl. So, I'm going to teach him the word here. If you end up wanting to switch him to come, that's okay. Just say the word and do all the same exercises I'm doing. So I'm going to say it, run away. When he catches me, he's going to get a handful of food on the ground. That's going to set me up for round 2. Here. Yes. It's a leaf. Yes. And I like my recalls to end with a sit. So now he eats all his food. I wait for him to eat all his food. And then I tell him, come. And I run away. Make sure you always give yourself enough room to run away. Sit. Yes. There's another handful of food. Eventually, he won't want to finish the food because he'll want to chase you more. So make sure that he eats all the food. Come! Good. I want him to think, and I just switched to come, didn't I? Yes. I want him to think that that word means I'm going to run, so he needs to keep attention to me. Here. Sit. Yes, good job. You don't have to use the sit at the end if it kills too much of his momentum and fun of it. We're also trapped in this pretty small building. I'd like to add more distance. Here. Wow. Good, yes. Okay, so that's one exercise. And if you're extending that farther and farther, and you're at a park or something, you can play hide and seek where you go hide behind a tree or a dumpster or something like that and he has to find you. Until he's 100% reliable, he should be wearing a long line, and probably someone should be holding it while he hunts for you. Okay, so now we're going to add distraction to that in the form of food in a bowl. He wants the food in the bowl, but he has to come to me to get it. So we'll start real simple with just a simple sit. And I'm going to use the leash and body pressure to keep him from stealing the food from the bowl. Sit. No. Sit. No. Sit. No. Sit. No. 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 Sit. No. No. Sit. Good. Sit. Yes! So he has figured out how to sit when you have the thing he wants. But when the thing he wants is over there and he thinks he has it in his own power to get it, he has no interest in listening to what I have to say. And that's where this drill starts. And you can see how this is going to build. He needs to have a solid sit before we get to the next stage, which is here. And he needs to come away from that bowl to me. This is the beginning of all distraction training. It should be starting with their food. Hey, come here. Good boy. Sit. No. Sit. No. Sit. Good. No. 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 Good. Yes. Okay, let's do it again. We're almost out of your breakfast. Now, I switched him to my puppy's food, which is a canna red meat blend. It's pretty good food. He seems to want to work for that real well. So just food for thought. No pun intended. If you like sitting on the rug because it's cold, sit. That's fine, we can do that. Good. No. 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 I was going to see if the body block added anything. It did not. Sit. Good. Yes. body block and the leash block are important tools to have in your toolkit. It's important because, and I know a lot of people might not think of it this way, but teaching the dog what the leash block means is the same thing as teaching the dog not to pull on leash on a walk. He should understand when he feels pressure on the leash, it means to do something other than what he's doing. And I prefer to teach my dog to walk on leash in drills like this than rather by walking them. Another trainer I was watching made a very good point, which is that if you have different equipment for when you're casually walking your dog around, that tells him he's allowed to pull versus equipment that says you're not allowed to pull, that can make the dog's job a lot easier. Okay, let's start this again, but I'm gonna only use body blocks this time. Ready? Sit. No. Sit. Good. No. Good, you're very cute. Sit. Sit. Yes. Good job. He did a cute little play bow and a down, both of which are appeasement gestures. So the body block is much more confrontational. The dog understands that I'm directly fighting with him, whereas the leash block is kind of coming from behind him somewhere. It's a little bit less adversarial, so he didn't feel the need to do the same appeasement gestures. I'm not saying one is better than the other. Take it how you want. I think the appeasement gestures are not a bad thing. That's part of the natural relationship, social communication of the dog. And a puppy, I do want them to appease me and see me as an authority figure that they have to appease. So it's not a bad thing for a dog to show some submission in these contexts. Sit. No. No. Sit. Yes. Good job. Excellent. That was nice. Okay, I'm gonna pick up the leash again because now I'm gonna ask him to come with me. This is not gonna be easy. And I'm not gonna force him to come with me. I want him to make the decision to come to me, just like I'm having him make the decision to sit. I'm not forcing him into the sit. He needs to sit if he wants to get access to the food. Okay, sit. Good. Sit. No. Sit. Good. Sit. Good. Sit. I know you got a lot to say. Sit. Good. Sit. Good. Here. No. 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 Here. Yes! Good job! Good job! Yeah! So there's leash to let him know he's not going to be allowed to access the bowl, but he has to come to me. I'm not going to drag him to me. I'm going to just stop him from getting to the bowl and then repeat the here while moving backwards. It was too early for that drill for him. It didn't do him any harm. It's a good thing for him to learn. He needs a little bit more foundation before we get that drill solid, but that was a great breakfast session for his obedience. And a lot of people do the standard thing of have the dog sit, put the bowl down, make them wait, and then release them. But you can add more obedience to that. Have the bowl there, do a bunch of heeling, do walk away, have him recall, have him go to his place, have him go to his crate, and then release him to the bowl after doing 10 minutes of obedience. That's 10 minutes of obedience. That's pretty easy for you. And that's you're going to do every day because it comes with mealtime. And it's going to keep your dog pretty much tuned up if you maintain that. So hopefully that's helpful.